Abyss. Path 5 is technically the last path of the Abyss normally if you were to go 1 through 5 in that order. However, in my opinion, it is either the second or third easiest path. My team was Aegon, Human Torch, Magneto, Doctor Doom, and Nick Fury. Firstly, I want to apologize. I did this a while ago and I forgot to upload and make this video, so I'm making it now. So, in my opinion, for paths 2, 4, and 5, it doesn't make sense to do them if you do not have Magneto, because it's just, Magneto makes them so much cheaper. And so, without further ado, this is my guide, and I actually did count revives, so you can go through them too. Infinity War, Iron Man, I used Magneto. And I did 2 revives on this fight. The problem with Iron Man Infinity War is that final phase, his power gain is obscene. Like, it's so strong. And so, if you don't have a ramped Aegon, which obviously you don't, to heavy cheese that part down, he gets a lot of power. And so, it's really hard to, once you've died, start back up again with that armor break. And so, I almost want to say go for the solo, not to be cheap, but because it's actually much easier. Second fight is Invisible Woman, Nick Fury, work like a charm. I don't know why it says 2 revive count there. I don't think I died a whole bunch on Nick Fury. I mean, obviously I did, but maybe I was reviving people from old fights, or maybe I just died with Invisible Woman. But that should be a 1 revive fight or 0 revive fight, depending on how good you are and how good your Nick Fury is. If it's rank 3, it'll be a solo. Hulk Ragnarok, Human Torch for this fight, reverse the regeneration. If you were to want to do the thing where you exit out of the app, that would technically save some revives, and you could do that if you don't get the regen. That's up to you. It is kind of an exploit, so take that as you will, but that is an option if you want to do that. Magneto, remember, he's not metal, because he's X Hulk Ragnarok, so it is an update. And so Magneto with the special 3, and or Nick Fury, just dropping light attacks. And I did 11 revives on this fight, my most expensive fight. Next, I have Yellow Jacket. I used Nick Fury. Magneto is okay for this, but here's what you want to do with Nick Fury. There comes to a point where when they throw the special 2, they'll go back up to the special 2. And so because the special 2, he has those hits before the beam, you can finish combos. And so obviously with Nick Fury, you get all your damage from finishing a combo. So when you can't, you're massively neutered in terms of damage. So basically you just want to dance around, doing those 4-hit combos, until he gets to that point. I think it's like 15-ish out of 20 of those $ emblems, and then you can just start finishing with combos, baiting the SP2 and repeating. It's really easy after that. 4 revives on that fight. Just getting the hang of it was kind of difficult. Mordo with Human Torch, 3 revives. I mean, some of these, I don't know why I spent so many revives. I was kind of playing like garbage, if I'm being honest. And so I'm presuming it was like special 3 or some evade, because when he evades, he also degenerates, which is fun. Still managed to solo the Mephisto, though. Thor Ragnarok with Magneto. Here's where it gets confusing. Normally, what you'll see is this thing that says Boon of Gods, which says every 20 hits he gets that power gain. They changed that to 9999999 on, right? So that you'll never get it. That didn't work for my fight. For my fight, it was 20 hits, like normal, and so I died a little more. But still, 3 revives for that fight. He's a big health pool, so not bad at all. Just try to wait till he's at 19 or 20. Wait till he's at 20, drop that special, and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. However, when he has a debuff, he can get power gains, so you have to make sure he's at low power when you do that. Another option is you can, for this fight specifically, go ahead and put on the Pacify Mastery, and so along with Magneto's ability accuracy reduction, it'll zip his ability to power gain off your buffs if you play it right. And so for this fight, if you like changing masteries, put on Pacify. That'll probably help you a lot. Might even save you a full revive. Aegon, I tried to ramp Aegon on Aegon. Aegon doesn't let you get any buffs when you're hitting the opponent or anything. 0 ability accuracy. And so I died 8 times, which is obscene. That's a ridiculous amount. And you have to play him like he's a mega evader, because the Abyss evade, it evades a lot more than you'd think. And you can't cancel it with true accuracy. I put Aegon in, I died a whole bunch. because I was trying to ramp him. I ramped him to like 200, 300, which is not bad, but I would just rather ramp on Thing in 2 fights, and I just doom this down. If you have 4 or 5 MD, hit him a handful of times, special 2. Hit him a handful of times, special 2. It's going to work out a lot better. You can't do the doom cycle, I don't think. This is all theoretical, but I don't think you could do the doom cycle because the light attacks, I don't think, will have any ability accuracy, so they can't steal power. So, hit him a couple times, let MD do its work, special 2, and spam and repeat. Mr. Sinister, I actually sold this with my rank 2 6-star Human Torch, and basically, here's how I fought Mr. Sinister, and it's a lot, not to brag, but it's a lot better than how the people on the live streams have done it so far that I see. And it's that you always want your power, your temperature really high. And the only time you don't want your temperature high is when you're approaching 7 incinerates, then you don't want it at 20. But otherwise, you want to keep it up there, because once you're at like 70 or 80 smolders, you want to be triggering Nova Flame, because then he can't shoot it back. If he shoots it back, oh well, that's more damage. But 80 Nova Flames is a lot. And so if he can't shoot it back, plus that increased damage, that's really, really good. So once you get to around 80, definitely by the time he gets to those second round of skirmish charges, I say go for it, man. Like keep up the incinerates as much as you can. You want him to throw back like 5 or 6 at a time with his special one. And then there's a certain point around 80 smolders, around that next skirmish charge, where you're like going for Nova Flame. Get to 20 temperature, spam it, and you're going to be seeing a lot of damage. I soloed that fight without a rank 3, which is kind of difficult because I'm pretty sure I wasn't boosted. I was healed though. Thing with Aegon, 3 revives. You've probably done this because he's the #1 fight in Path 1. I'd probably just ramp Aegon on this fight if I'm being honest. Red Skull, Dr. Doom, 4 revives. This is pretty good. I had a really decent time with Dr. Doom on Red Skull. I mean, it's kind of hard to play Red Skull, but you can actually sometimes do an abbreviated combo, and so you'll save some skirmish charges that way, but it's a little bit sketchy, especially if you have aids. So be aware of that. Bishop with Dr. Doom. I've talked about this before, but a slightly longer Doom cycle, and you're just going for special 3s. I still love that fight as well. Symbiote Supreme with Human Torch. I actually took off the Precision Masteries for this fight, which was really expensive, but I only did 3 revives, so, I mean, I guess it worked out. Massacre with Aegon. I was at 600 combo when I did this fight. It was super easy and really fun. When you're above 500 combo, you reduce the ability accuracy, and so that's why when you hit through the block, you're not going to get any damage. The second they get to the second round, they're going to have an increased ability accuracy, and so you're going to be starting to do mega damage. My advice is this. Make sure they are at 99, which is the max, 99 of those armor break block penetration charges by the time you hit that first, the enrage, the first enrage. And that's not difficult, the first skirmish. That I think there's like 100, 110 hits, something like that in there. You can totally do that. Just spam your special 1, do all these things, and then the second that happens, the second he hits that second rate of charges, pound his block. And this is how you do it. If you know how to bait out a block, you just dash back. It's kind of like baiting a special, actually. You dash back, wait, hold block, and usually they'll hold block. 4 hits, dash back. Here's what I saw people doing that is immensely stupid. Don't put pure combos at him. Why would you want to waste so many skirmish charges on him if you hit him 5 times, or technically 6 times? If you were to full combo him, what are you going to do? You give him more power, and on top of that, you get 0 damage. 0 off of those 6 hits. What are 6 hits into the block? It's 6 damage cap hits, or 6 almost damage cap hits. Hit him once to, I would do 4 hits in a block, then I'd hit him once. 4 hits in a block, pause, then I'd hit him once. And that way you can manage your coward, the thing where it says like, hit me coward or whatever, you can manage that. 4 hits and then hit him in a block. 4 hits in a block and then hit him. And you can pound special 1 in a block, whatever. Do not put full combos in him. It is stupid and it wastes your charges. Don't do that. 3 revives on Massacre. Then I did Omega Red with Aegon and Magneto. Against Omega Red Special 1, if you dash back, there's a certain way where if you dexterity and then you drop a light attack, you can heavy counter Special 1. It's a tiny bit sketchy, might not be worth it. I did Aegon and Magneto, I believe, because I wanted to ramp Aegon a little bit more. Yeah, but Magneto can do this really well. Medusa with Dr. Doom, 1 revive, pretty standard. Doom fight. Cable with Human Torch, reverse that regen. I'm pretty sure I used Magneto for the last 25%, and that worked really well too. Just like for the Thor Ragnarok fight, if you have Pacify on, you can do a little bit better in terms of taking less damage. So consider Pacify for this lane, actually. Especially, well, as long as you're not fighting Thing. Because Thing is really annoying with Pacify. No, you'll be ramped. Never mind. So, if you're going to fight Thing, I would actually suggest not putting on Pacify. But, other than those fights, maybe put it on for Thor Ragnarok and Cable if you are using Magneto. Karnak with Aegon, just hit him, and then you can heavy chain in the corner. I actually like, if you like saving revives but costing potions, every once in a while, once you've got him to like the second in range, just start doing the heavy cheese where you wait a tiny bit longer on that heavy spam in the corner, and that way you're going to get a lot more damage out of it. It's a really fun fight, and it's really easy. 3 revives. The Collector, 7 revives, which is pretty good, all things considered. Bait the special 2. You always want to start with a heavy. You always want to start with the heavy, and so you can get free charges. He's going to dash at you 9 times out of 10. I did the strategy that you can see Brian Grant doing pretty successfully. The first couple times I nailed it, and then every once in a while I'd get in my head, but here's what you do. There's no finesse to it. You look at your block. The second you see 2 damage numbers, you spam dash back as many times as you can. And once you've seen your actual figure do 2 dash backs, you just stop, and then you're good. So 2 damage block numbers, spam to do as quick of a dash and as quick of a successive dash as you can, 2 dashes back. But you're spamming. You just 2 physical dashes back when they actually dash back. You'll dodge the special attack, and I'm pretty sure you can retaliate that. So overall, I spent 63 revives. My mastery changes actually cost 200 units because precision, that's the offensive tree, and therefore I have to buy despair again. I have to buy deep wounds again with the units. So that was actually $200 units worth of mastery changes. And so overall, this is what I spent. I used my stash, which was 33 level 1s, 10 level 2s, and 7 level 3s. I started with 7,100 units and ended with 6,400 units. 200 of those, which were mastery changes. Overall, I used 63 revives. That's the one. Look at these 2 numbers. I used 63 revives, and I used 230 units for masteries. Because in the end, if you have hoarded revives or if you don't, that's going to affect the units. The units themselves are not important. It's the revive count. So 63 revives. I played really poorly for a lot of fights. Iron Man Infinity War played kind of poorly. Invisible Woman, poorly. Mordo, poorly. And Aegon, poorly. And so, I mean, keep that in mind. This can definitely be done for cheaper, but it also can be done for a lot more expensive. So, I hope this has helped you a lot. I broke down each fight, and now that I've done this is the end to my little Abyss series. Actually, today I'm going to be doing Path 2. So, I have a little prediction of how many revives I'll do in Path 2. We'll see if that comes true. But regardless, this is 100% for the Abyss. As a guide now, I have 1 through 5. And personally, I need 2 paths left. But I hope this really helped you. And in my opinion, this is the 3rd path to go for if you have Magneto. And ideally, you want them. So 1, 3, 5, and then 2 and 4 in orders of difficulty. This is my Path 5 guide. I really hope it helped you. And congrats on your way to 100%. Let's do it. Thank you.